Hey there, I'm Ryan, the creator of FlipTales, and I'm going to walk you through how to play FlipTales and getting started. So, if you open up this here, start here booklet, on the first page it says, "What's the goal?" In FlipTales, you and your friends pretend to be different magical creatures in a story. You win when you get to the end of the story. How do you play? In each story, one person is the whiz. In each scene of the story, the whiz reads out a prompt, and then the rest of the players freestyle in response. So here's the whiz. These are the rest of the players freestyling in response. What's freestyle? Good question. In freestyle, players go in a circle and act out responses to the prompt. Then they flip their coins in the air. If they get enough heads, they succeed. And the whiz decides how many is enough. So you got these bags of coins, you flip these, and if you get a bunch of heads, the heads are circles, then that's good. Get a bunch of tails, that's bad. More on that in a little bit. So how do you lose? Well, if your character gets damaged, you have to give up strength coins. Lose them all, and you die. There's a lot of danger in the world of FlipTales, so watch out. So that's the overall high-level overview of how you play. So now it's time to set up. So first you're going to choose one person to be the whiz, and then you're going to take this storybook and you're going to give it to that person. That's because this whiz uses this to tell the story. Then all the other characters, or all the other people playing the game, they're going to get one creature card and one ability card. That's step 2. So you'll get, for example, a geoid creature card and an inventor ability card. You can pick them randomly. You can take your time to choose. You could use a Ouija board to figure out which one. Up to you. Then you're going to grab the coins indicated on your cards and combine them. And so when you use your strength, magic, or smarts in the game, you'll flip all your coins of that color. So for this example, I have a geoid inventor. So I'll get 4 strength from my geoid here, and then I'll get 2 strength from the fact I'm an inventor. And so if you put these two next to each other, you'll see I'll get 6 strength, 3 magic, and 5 smarts. And these get added together. So just go ahead and grab the coins, and you grab as many as you need. I'm going to skip that part now. So you probably want to pause this video if you're doing that right now. And then next, you're going to pick a story from the storybook and kick it off with the whiz. So if you're doing this for your first time, pick the tutorial. The tutorial is the first one in the storybook. It's called Super Easy Tutorial. Can't miss it. That one's really fun. It's been tested a bazillion times, and it's the best way to continue learning the game. So if you're thinking you'd like some examples, you're in luck, because I have a bunch of examples. So here's another example character. Let's say there's this player named Emily. She's an insectoid hermit, and so her cards combine to give her 6 strength, 4 magic, and 4 smarts. So here's an example of a freestyle. The whiz would say, all of a sudden, an angry ghost appears and shoots a fireball at you. What do you do? And so Emily says, I'm going to use my strength to jump up and dodge the fireball. So I'll flip all 6 of my strength coins. So in this example, she gets 4 heads and 2 tails. 4 heads is pretty good. So the whiz says, nice, you leap sky high and the fireball whizzes by, missing you and fizzing out in the pond. So actually, it doesn't matter if it's majority heads or majority tails. As long as you get enough heads to do the task, you succeed. And then you come up with a narrative explanation of what happens. Here's another example of using the bonuses on your ability card. So all the ability cards here, they've got bonuses on them for the different abilities. The level 1 abilities all give you +1 to something. Level 2 abilities I'll give you +2, etc. So here's an example. Emily's ability Skull Hammer gives her a bonus of +1 to strength whenever in use. So her strength was normally 6, and now it's 7 whenever she uses it. So here's an example. The whiz might say, a strong wind is starting to blow, and your tent looks like it might fly away. And so Emily says, I'm going to use my skull hammer ability to hammer down the tent. This ability gives me +1 to strength, so I get to flip 1 extra strength coin. So then she'll grab all her strength coins, toss them, Yahtzee style or similar. And in this example, she only got 2 heads. One from her bonus coin and one from the rest. So the whiz says, 2 heads, yikes. You hammer the tent down okay, but the wind blows you into a boulder, and you lose 1 strength coin from the pain. So when you fail, there's often going to be consequences, and the whiz will come up on the spot, or if there's guides in the storybook, they'll tell you what happens. So the storybook has a bunch of helpful tips on the side. It'll make it easy for you to do that. And then last here in example category, in the example land, I've got a bunch of flip examples, which talk about the relative difficulty to do different things. So 1 heads, those are simple everyday tasks. So if you just doesn't matter if you flip 3 coins or if you flip 20, if you get 1 heads, that means you succeeded a simple task. For example, carrying home some heavy groceries, pulling off a simple magic card trick, or calculating the tip for lunch. If you get 4 heads, those are medium difficulty things. So those are stuff that you imagine everyday people without magic powers are capable of, but they probably need to try pretty hard, like winning a boxing match, levitating a melon, or cracking a safe, for example. 7 heads is superhero level stuff. No way can anyone do it unless you're a magic creature. So for example, starting a tornado by running in circles, controlling the weather, or summoning a genie, or inventing a time machine, or the cure to aging. So this is stuff that we imagine will only happen a handful of times in your stories, probably only when you're level 3 or using an ability. And then last but not least, it's just important to know that we got a website full of other stories. So if you go to playfliptales.com/stories, you can click the button up here, up there, and you'll be able to find other stories. So in the back of your storybook here, there's a template for writing your own stories. It's got helpful tips and placeholder text to get your creative juices flowing. And so you can start out on paper, try it out with your friends, and if you like it, go on the website and you can add it up to the community. And if it's a really fun story, it'll be featured, and you can start your journey to fame as a game designer and make a bunch of people happy. So that's the gist of FlipTales. I hope you like it. A small percentage of how much I love it. I've been working on this game for a really long time, and I hope you have fun. And please reach out to me if you have any issues with the game whatsoever. My email is ryan@playfliptales.com. Flip on!